Hi, I'm Zoe, and I miss the whimsy of day to day life. I miss people actually having hobbies. I miss people wanting to go outside and actually do things. Let me explain. Do you know just how frustrating it is when you're talking to someone and you're like asking, oh, what's going on in their life or whatever, or maybe you're first meeting them and you want to get to know them a little bit more, ask what they like to do for fun, stuff like that. When people literally just say, oh, I just doom scroll TikTok or I go on social media or things like that, nobody does anything interesting anymore, in my opinion. Now, I'm not saying everyone needs to have the luxury of going to fancy places to travel, or financially they may not be able to afford things that they want to pursue, like if they want to pursue an education or do a hobby that they've always wanted to do, like, or take up something, you know what I mean? Even if it's just getting supplies for knitting, something like that. I just feel so sad when people don't even want to try to branch out of their comfort zones is the thing. Or they've grown like to be so disgusted by the idea of picking up a book or going for a walk or something of that nature simply because they had one maybe bad experience, or they just don't want to try. They don't want to get out of their little bubble, it seems. There was this one time I remember I talked to a girl who very, very confidently mentioned that she had not read a book since she was in grade school. And I'm talking like young, not even high school. And that just is alarming and concerning to me, because the way I think about it with hobbies and whatnot is like, you just need to find the right genre of book, almost. You may not like sports and you may not enjoy athleticism or anything like that, but maybe you just like going for a walk or going outside and appreciating the fresh air or enjoying the sunshine, things like that. You don't necessarily need to be a fitness guru in order to enjoy exercise or a sport or art, especially art. I am a very artsy person. So when people don't even want to try because they think they're not going to be good at something like drawing or painting, you do not have to be inherently good at something initially in order to actually enjoy it. You don't need to be good at anything in order to enjoy it. And I feel like now more than ever, you have to be good at it in order to continue pursuing it. And that's just a horrible mindset, in my opinion. Or when people are overly critical or envious and like push that agenda onto someone else who is genuinely passionate and trying to branch out, I don't know. It just makes me sad because now their love of art or whatever else they want to pursue is dead because somebody else just can't get past their own selfish views and wants to make it all about themselves and how they did this once and they didn't like it, or, oh, you'll never be good at that because so and so, da 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 da. That just makes me really, really upset. I get so disheartened to see that, especially in like younger people. When I worked with kids before and stuff like that, who just, it feels like they go back into their shell, like hiding because they are afraid to express themselves. Um, and that's also just how I feel like with people more so my age with hobbies. Nobody wants to pursue anything new anymore. I feel like personally, I overcompensate for the general population with how much I want to do, how many hobbies and interests that I have. If I had more hours in the day, more than 24 hours, I would be doing absolutely everything that I want to do. I simply don't have time to draw and to read and to sketch things or paint things and do whatever other things that I want to do, make music or stuff like that, or play a video game. It feels almost impossible when I want to go outside and enjoy the fresh air and go on a walk, take pictures of flowers and do photography, or, it just feels like time is so limited. So when people don't take advantage of that with the time that they're given on this planet, it just feels so wasted. It feels so wasteful, in my opinion. I don't know. Maybe that's just really happy-go-lucky of me and too positive or optimistic for some people to indulge in the whimsy of everyday life or pursue something new. I'm not sure. It's not for everyone, and I know that. And some people will always just be too cynical to realize that you too can find something that you're good at. Because, again, very optimistic of me, but I do believe that everybody is good at something. Not just their college major or a subject in school. Everybody is good at something. Because if you're not book smart, you're absolutely smart in a different area. There's no doubt about that. There's a niche and an interest or just a field for everyone. I firmly believe that. Even if you don't know it right away. That's why people change their majors all the time in school. Because they don't know what they want to do. And you're left to make this really big decision in your life that at such a young age to where you feel like you're trapped in a box and you're so limited that you can't go out of your comfort zone. That fear is just so dangerous. And when you lose yourself to that, like I kind of lost myself for a little bit, you almost then, when you do open your eyes, feel like there's so many options and you don't want to make the wrong choice. You don't want to do the wrong thing. There is no wrong thing. There is no wrong option or wrong decision to make. The only thing that you can't reverse is kicking the bucket, essentially. But I don't know. I'm trying to figure things out just like everyone else. And I get that not everyone is going to want to pursue their actual hobbies or interests or have the little joys and everyday pleasures of life that everything has to offer. I just think that our world is just a lot larger than people think. And maybe people will realize that one day, even if it's not today. But that's enough for me. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.